In the last 3 months, I made over $100,000 from my agency. And in this video, I want to show you how I've automated pretty much 99% of the things inside of my business using one application called Twin. So again, I'm not saying this is like a hypothetical. I actually use Twin inside of my agency to not only deliver on the client work, but also to automate some of the operations inside of my business. Now, if you're watching this channel, you probably already know what Twin is, but if you don't already know, Twin is an automation tool that you can build any automations inside of Twin, and it's really easy to use. And if you haven't already watched the other videos on this channel, you should do it. I really want to spend this video explaining how I personally use Twin inside of my agency. So the first way that I use Twin inside of my agency is I use automations like, for example, pulling transcripts of calls that I've had and creating beautiful SOWs and beautiful proposals to close clients. Now on this YouTube channel, I've showed you examples of me using this automation to close, $12,000 clients, $3,800 clients, and I've even used it recently to close a client for over $160,000, which I maybe make a video about. But I'm literally pulling in transcripts into Twin and then auto creating proposals. That's just one simple example of how I'm using Twin to automate things in my agency. Another thing that I'm doing for my agency is whenever I've closed a client and I have the kind of SOW, the full plan and implementation of what we're going to be building and doing for the client, I take that context as well as call transcripts and any extra additional context, and I just pump that into Twin and be like, get context on the client, and then Twin will go through and understand what they're trying to build, what we're going to do for them, and from there I just have it map out the whole thing. And usually at this point I can automate most projects inside of Twin, and no matter how much I'm charging for them, I mean, I've had clients where I'm charging $3,000 and I'm able to automate the entire thing inside of Twin. Now, the only problem with Twin in the past was that I couldn't deploy those automations into a client's business after I'd built them. So that was a bottleneck for me. But now we've released a feature where you can deploy your automations to clients. So this makes it way easier for you if you're running like an AI automations agency, for example. Another thing that I like to use Twin for is automating team communication and client communication using tools like Slack and Twin. Twin can act and speak as if it's you and automate the process of following up with your team about certain projects, looking at the CRM, looking at different things for you. And honestly, it's really helpful. Now, if you haven't already tried out Twin as an agency owner, I would urge you to go check it out. It's completely free to try, and you have 1,000 credits, which means you could probably build at least 2 or 3 automations with that. And what I'd like you to do in the comment section is tell me an automation that you're trying to build, or tell me something that you would want to use as an agency, and I'll actually go ahead and make a YouTube video about it. I actually run an agency, and I want you to get as much value out of Twin as possible. So use me as your kind of guinea pig to test these things out, and we'll use the full power of the Twin engine to build it out for you. But at the end of the day, the possibilities are endless as to what you could build from Twin into your agency. And to be honest, it's kind of scary in a way because I'm realizing how redundant I am as the owner of my agency when most of the work is being done inside of Twin. But it's also exciting. It's also helping me with my profit margins. And we've got a bunch of examples, which we're going to interview on this YouTube channel, of other businesses fully automating their entire business operations inside of Twin. We've got people that are automating all of their WhatsApp messaging and then connecting it with Twin. We've got people that are doing all of their process orders through Twin. Tons of different niches, tons of different examples. I'm super excited to share that with you on this YouTube channel, but I'll see you in the next video.